Hello, it's Tim from Fairplay Now on the 5th of March 2022, and just looking at a couple of things in my news feeds today. And one thing I've noticed is that the various mandates, restrictions and all of the rest of the nonsense is rapidly being dropped. And even SAGE, the advisory body to the government, who have basically been just getting everything wrong for the last 2 years and wildly exaggerating all the stuff that might happen, are being kind of disbanded. So they are not going to be having regular meetings and advising the government regularly on a regular basis anymore. And the reason for that is clearly the government think that the lurgy situation is largely over. So that is one thing I've seen. Why on earth the government ever took that lot seriously in the first place is a matter of debate, and why on earth the Conservative government were taking advice from a body that contains committed communists is another point of peculiarity, I would say. Oh, actually, before I move on to the next point, I did have a thing yesterday where I was mentioning that I have been watching a mystery channel for the last few days, and I told you I'd reveal what it was. I gave you a couple of clues yesterday, and it is of course a channel called Mr. Barlin. So I can highly recommend him. He's a great storyteller, and I'll perhaps leave a link to one of his videos in the comment section and description box below, so you can then go and find all the rest of his stuff. He's got loads, so it might give you a bit of a evening's entertainment tonight if you want. But moving on to the next bit of ridiculousness, well, I see that all kinds of places are getting rid of their restrictions. Wales, I think, is the last place to announce the complete ending of restrictions by the end of this month. And the airline Jet2 have announced that you're not going to be required to muzzle up anymore on their flights. Well, nearly. They're asking you to put one on during descent and landing, but the whole of the rest of the flight you don't have to wear them. Quite what the logic behind that is, I've got no idea. I know I've got quite a few pilots and aviation people who watch me. If you can shed any light on it, I'd be grateful. But perhaps the lurgy comes streaming out of the little vent things up there that you twist as soon as you start going down and starting to land. I don't know. How ridiculous. It is always just like these people don't want to give up on the things totally, so they've just got one last silly little bit of nonsense just to hang on to the things like a comfort blanket for just a little bit longer. So with that little bit of nonsense, I'll leave it there for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Tim from Fairplay Now. Thanks for watching.